Hello everyone, this is Ronnoxia and welcome back to Minecraft. Now you'll note that I dressed up as a scribe, or a monk, because I have some, what I call, modern day Bible stories. I shall begin with the first story ever, aka the Genesis. Once the world was covered in darkness, and there was nothing else. But God pointed out his giant golden finger and was like, yo, homie, we need a new life out of this void. So with the flick of a wrist, he created the world as we know today. And he was like, alright, homie, this will be the first day. I can't take this seriously. He was like, yo, this will be called the first day. I will call this planet Earth. Now I gotta create some creatures, so that they all may dwell in peace with one another, you know? So a week passed and he created all sorts of animals. And then he said to himself, I shall create the derpy squids in the sea and the cactus you can hug but prick yourself anyway. Let's create someone based on my own holy image, yo. So once again, with the snap of his mystical fingers, he created man. And he was like, yo, what up, homie? My name be God. You will be called Adam, for you were made after my image. You were made after my Instagram app, yo. Adam said, what's Instagram? So God says, you won't know that for another 20 million thousand years. Anyway, I want you to eat everything in this garden that I just planted in the middle of nowhere. There's one fruit that you cannot eat out of. The tree of forbidden knowledge. Touch it and you die. Adam got the point, but he felt lonely after seeing all these animals. And so God was like, I should make a hot chick I must make a hot chick for this lonesome man. I gotta make a hot chick for my homie here. So he knocked Adam out with his awesome juice, and then he created a very beautiful woman by the name of Eve. Same thing he said to Adam before he woke up. You can eat anything except for the tree of forbidden knowledge. Touch it and you die. And being as naughty as she was, she's like, okay, God, I'll listen to you. But sure enough, not even a few days later, Eve was tricked by a snake. The snake was like, yo, homie, you were told not to eat from the tree, right? Eve was like, I don't know, but God said something on its Facebook that I can't eat it or I'll die. The snake said to her, yo, he's just JKing, lol. Go ahead and eat that said fruit. You'll be wiser than him. He don't want you to be smarter than him. And so Eve was like, okay, as she pricked the fruit and she bit into it. At first, nothing happened. And then she was like, oh my gosh, I see everything. Adam, eat with me. Adam was like, yo, you shouldn't have eaten that, homie. This is so dumb. Eva was like, yo, it's okay. The snake told me it was alright. And so, Adam, being a clumsy ox being tricked by a woman like people are these days, began to bite onto said apple, or fruit, because they never really mentioned in the Bible. But then God was like, yo, who bit into this said apple I said not to touch? And no, not the computers that won't come out for another 200 million years. Adam said, yo, it was my chick who tricked me, yo. And he was like, it was the snake that tricked me. And so God pointed at the snake. Well, first he was like, yo, can't be tricking other people. And then he basically turned this snake into, well, a snake. What can I say? He was originally serpent, but it's a snake. But you get the idea. And then not Jesus, he doesn't come out yet. God said onto Adam and Eve, yo homies, I want you to leave my garden of everlasting peace because you disobeyed me, yo. I want you to do what I'm doing right now and punch these cows and take on creepers and all that, even though they won't exist for another 200,000 years. The creepers, cows still existed at this time. And so they left ashamed, as an angel with a diamond flaming sword was left behind to wave back and forth, like he did his long flowing hair. The angel I'm talking about at this point. I don't know, I'm just making this crap up as I go. Alright, enough about that story. I have a better one. It's called David and the Giant Homie. Okay. There once was a king by the name of King Saul. Oh my. Wait, I can write it? They have to be bred. You suck. Okay, as I was saying, King Saul was like, oh, my kingdom's so glorious. But unfortunately, he had many enemies. For example, they had the Ites. But one day, he came across a bunch of bad guys. And Saul was like, oh my, we simply must take them out. Oh. But the enemy was like, yo, we will send out one enemy. And one enemy alone, our champion, if you will. Should we succeed, you will be our slaves. But if you beat our champion, we will be your slaves. Can I actually mount this? Give me your... let me ride you, Shadowfax. Show me the meaning of haste. Anyway, back to the story. Okay, seriously, I gotta eat something. King Saul was like, alright, I agree with your oh, I'm King Saul. I gotta get back into character. Alright, send out your champion, and I will make it so. So, with the flick of a wrist and a snap of a finger, the enemy summoned Goliath, who was very, very tall. And he was like, yo, send me your best homie to face me. But the soldiers of Israel were like, YOLO swag, as they ran around like a bunch of Nancys. However, there was one little shepherd boy by the name of Daniel. He said, I will fight Goliath. But King Saul was like, oh, you can't do it, oh. But Daniel reminded King Saul, oh, but I got God on my side. I'm pretty sure I can take care of that. Ugh. There we go. So King was like, oh, I'll give you my best weapons and sword, oh. But alas, they were too heavy for Daniel. Daniel said unto King Saul, oh, these are too heavy. These stones will do. Oh, you're going to throw those stones. Oh, how dull. Oh. But Daniel was right, and God was with Daniel. So he confronted the giant Goliath, and he said, I challenge you, Goliath! And so Goliath was like, huh? Who said that? And so Daniel was like, or no, I'm sorry, let me start over. Goliath said, you come at me with a stick? And Daniel said, hey, I might come with a stick, but I come with the word of the Lord. And then Goliath was like, whatever, take this. But right before he could throw his spear, Daniel threw his stone and whacked it upside Goliath's face. And he fell with a mighty breeze. And thus the battle was over. And the game Slingshot was invented. Ugh, I know this is probably the stupidest video I've done so far. I may have one more story if I have time. Oh, I got a good one. Jesus turns water into wine. There was a wedding that Jesus was invited to. And unfortunately, they had run out of wine. Jesus had instructed his servants to go and get giant jugs of water. He said, yo, homies, go get me some jugs full of water. I got a deal for them they can't possibly refuse. So, the servants did as he was done, and they got the water from in the vials, jugs, derp. I don't know the difference. You'll get over it. Anyway, so what happens is Jesus says, lift up a spoon and put it in, yo. So they lift it up, and it's not water anymore. It's wine. How the crap did you do that? Replied the peasant. I got my daddy on my side, replied Jesus. Anything's possible with him. As a matter of fact, I can pull out a white rabbit out of my magic hat right here. I don't know. That was fun, and then that just became stupid. But there were some modern stories. If you want to hear, I'm punching a zombie with leather. That's not weird or anything. Hi, that just gave me a great idea. If I don't get munched. Anyway, those are modern Bible stories. I know it was crap, but if you actually do want to hear another one... Thank you, you're my friend now. Hooray! If you want to hear more modern Bible studies, I know this was a complete waste of time, but... Hey, I was bored, and I need an idea. But anyway, this is Ronnoxia. I hope you enjoyed this Minecraft video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye!